Hey guys, welcome back to Rosie Uncensored, and today we're gonna be talking about breastfeeding. I love breastfeeding. I am very pro breastfeeding because one, it's free, and two, is the best bonding activity for mother and baby, in my opinion. But before we get into all that, let me just say thank you to everybody who has continued to support me on this journey as I continue to grow as a YouTuber. And I just want you all to know that it does not go unnoticed, and I am going to try my hardest to continue to give you guys good content and to continue to build my consistency up, because I think this year is just gonna be a great year for me, and there's so many things that I want to do and I want to share with you guys, And then if you're new to this channel, welcome to Rosie Uncensored. And I really hope you stay, you subscribe, like, share videos, comment, because I love talking to everybody. And if you didn't know, Rosie Uncensored is basically me showing you guys how I'm building my dream life, and how even though you may have a background that's not pretty, that's not the end of your story. That there's still a lot of things out there that you can do, and there's still a lot of time. Emphasis on the time. But yeah, let's hop into this video. Breastfeeding. Okay, as many people know, there's two ways to feed a baby. You can breastfeed them, or you can formula feed them. Breastfeeding is a little bit more tricky, just because breastfeeding isn't always an option for every mom. And sometimes it's because the baby can't latch, or maybe your milk just isn't producing enough. But there's always so many different solutions to this. And there's extremely crazy amounts of remedies that you wouldn't even imagine. Breastfeeding for me was a really hard decision, because I wanted to be a working mom. I knew I was gonna be a single working mom. It was intimidating because my milk production wasn't as much as I needed it to be. I would say that I struggled a lot with breastfeeding. Laurel, she was breastfed strictly from the breast for maybe 3 months out of my breastfeeding journey. She started off being bottle fed and breastfed, and she was getting formula and she was getting breast milk, because she wasn't latching and I wasn't producing enough milk for her in the beginning. But we weaned her off of it, and then when we got out of the hospital and we got her home, she was able to get a lot more milk, and her latch was a lot stronger, and she wasn't as fussy. And I think that was part of the reason why her first year was so easy. I learned a lot breastfeeding, especially about her. Laurel is somebody who does not like to be kept waiting. I learned that I had an impatient baby. She's so ready to go all the time. But yeah, so deciding whether you want to breastfeed or if you want to formula feed is one of the most biggest choices that you'll make before your baby's even here. For me, it was just more so because I felt like breastfeeding was a very nurturing and bonding experience, and I wanted that with my daughter. And then definitely being a single mom, it helped me a lot, because even though you do have to stop what you're doing, it's good, because it helps you kind of not get overwhelmed, because it makes you stop and sit down. And when you breastfeed, hormones are released in your body that help you relax. A lot of times I would go to sleep while nursing. And I think it was due mostly to the fact that it was just that relaxing, especially at night and in the middle of the night feedings. Yeah, I was knocked out. Laura was knocked out. We were just knocked out. And then like when I did start to do the formula or anything, like I almost instantly regretted it because it was like $30 to $40, even though I was getting aid for it. And like I said before, sleep sleep is very important to the new mom. Don't get it twisted. We need that sleep. And breastfeeding was amazing just for that single purpose, because I co-slept personally. I co-slept with my daughter. I think that it helped me with my postpartum depression, because for like I felt disconnected. So keeping her close to me really actually helped a lot. But that's another story for another day. But yeah, and then when I actually did start to breastfeed, it was rough. Like that, like you think those gums don't hurt. Oh my God. Like breastfeeding is painful. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's painful. I've gotten my nipples pierced twice, and I think that a cracked nipple or a plugged duct are like the worst. Are like worse than that. I'd rather get my nipples pierced twice again than to ever experience those pains again. I was lucky because I was able to just kind of massage mine out. Well, I was able to massage my plug duct out, and oh my God, and it usually happens because you get over engorged a lot. Like the more your breasts get engorged, the more prone you are to it. And for me, a lot of times, like my body was on a schedule. So when I went back to school, like my boobs would just be like super engorged by the time I either got back to the sitter's house or I got back to my house. A lot of times, I think feeling your breast get engorged, it was like one of the most time encouraging things. Because every time you literally feel your boobs like getting full and getting hard, and then they start getting heavy, and then you're just like, oh my God. Like I remember there were times where I had to put my boobs on the table, like just lean forward a little bit, like it was really that bad. And like I said, I don't have a low pain tolerance, my pain tolerance isn't that low. But breastfeeding is one of those things where you can't take things personal, because sometimes it just doesn't happen. I really like to compare the breastfeeding journey to the pregnancy journey. It's out of your control for the most part, because you can't control the latch. You can't control the amount of milk your body produces. I mean, you can try to remedy it, oatmeal. So there's a drink, mother's milk, I believe is the tea. Hand expressing, or if you're pumping, letting your pump just stay on in between feeds. Sometimes it helps, but yeah, like breastfeeding is just something you can't take super personal because it's out of your control. It sounds really crazy to say, because it's like, how can I not take it personal? It's my body. I can't be my baby, but you'd be surprised about what actually works. Like like, I heard that if you just kind of let your baby, if you're having issues, you can let your baby just nurse as much as they want, so your body kind of gets in the habit of, oh gosh, they're eating more, and that's part of the reason they tell you not to, like, to make sure that they're done actually, like, you know, sucking before you detach them, because even if your baby's not getting enough milk, your body's getting that signal like, hey, I'm still hungry, feed me. So now your body's like, okay, but we need to make more milk now because sis is eating. And you know, there's some people who would say, you know, they don't want to breastfeed, and there's some people who think that formula feeding is so bad and wicked, but you know, I did both. So, you know, to me, it's ultimately a personal choice. Like, people be pressed about the wrong things in life, because your baby's still eating, your baby's still healthy. As long as you're not, like, putting nothing crazy in the bottle, or, like, you know, there's not, like, some crazy contamination, which would be horrid, knock on wood, because we don't want that. But yeah, you know, I think, like I said, like, I think the pros of breastfeeding versus formula feeding is the bonding experience, because you're literally feeding your baby. You know, I felt more connected breastfeeding than I did bottle feeding. Not saying that any mother who formula feeds is less connected, you know. My experience, you know, like I said, I'm not trying to knock nobody as a parent, because I personally, when it comes down to the breastfeeding and the formula feeding, I am a supporter of both, because I have done both, and I think that also bottle feeding is very advantageous. So I don't really have like I don't have a preference. I just think that, you know, your first choice should be breastfeeding, because it's free and it's cheap and it's convenient if, you know, your lifestyle allows it. Like, not everybody has time to breastfeed in their day-to-day, and that's okay. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like I said, I did both. I had to do the whole breastfeeding transition to formula, so it happens. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of. But like, I think that, you know, a lot of people are encouraged to breastfeed because of the health benefits. You know, Laura as an infant, she didn't get as sick. I didn't have a lot of issues. I didn't have any issues. I think she may have got like a 1 week cold, and that's it. And that's when the weather changes. And I'm just like that. Me, my dad, my sister, we all get sick when the weather changes. So, you know, I don't think that's a very uncommon thing. It's how some people's bodies respond. It's just really, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just how some people's bodies respond. Sorry guys, my notes are right here. I know I've been looking down this whole video, but work with me, because this is consistency in the making. I ain't got no, if anybody out there knows how to dance and wants to teach me how to dance, like, hit sis up, because I have no rhythm, and like, I don't even know how to slow dance. Like, I want to learn how to, like, not like professional, like awesome, or nothing like I don't have rhythm. Like, I need to be like Julia Stiles and Save the Last Dance, like the bop. Yeah, like, I mean, she had rhythm though, like I have none. But I digress. But yeah, so breastfeeding. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything I have on breastfeeding, because I mean, I enjoyed my experience, and I think that breastfeeding should be the first option. It has the best benefits health-wise. It has the best protection, you know, health guarantees, well, not guarantees, but health benefits. I forgot to say that twice. But yeah, you know, I just feel like breastfeeding for me was amazing. I really enjoyed it. Like, it's just that connection, and I feel like that connection has carried, you know. I feel like it brought me and my daughter closer, and I feel like that bond between breastfed babies and moms are really like in tune, because I feel like here I am, I fed you, like I created you, I fed you, like made you, you know, I fed you, my body did all this, you know. And as a woman, like, we have to be proud of it. Like, people, like, as a woman, you should never ever tell another woman she shouldn't breastfeed in public. Like, I get it, some of y'all religious, but at the same time, why can we breastfeed if we're not supposed to breastfeed in public? Like, it makes no sense. Like, humans are essentially animals. We're all not that different. You feel me? So and then on top of that, like, all this modesty, like, you gonna shame somebody because they decided they're gonna feed their baby in public in a restaurant? Ooh. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have seen worse, done worse, or know of worse. So leave them mamas alone, because breastfeeding moms are awesome. Our bodies are magnificent. Our bodies are magical. And it just shows you that women can't live with us, can't live without us. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have on breastfeeding. So until next time, be sure that you like the video, share the video, leave a comment. All my mommies out there, let me know what you decided to do. Were you a formula mom? Were you a breastfeeding mom? Let me know what kind of videos y'all want to see, because consistency is hard. But yeah, I look forward to rapping with you guys again. Rosie Uncensored, if you're not aware, is going to be posting twice a week now, because that's the challenge that I'm going to give to myself for a month. Let's see how this goes, you know, because the word is grace, because I'm not perfect, and the word is attempting, trying, making things work how they need to work. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout for new stuff. You guys can follow me right there on all my social medias. Yeah, so until next time, everybody, I hope you guys stay safe and stay loved, and remember that you are here for a purpose, on purpose, and you are thebomb.com. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the week.